So with y'all, man, got another video. When NFL players lose control by field flicks.
Chains.
Grab the go chain.
To a player who went so crazy, it lost him over $1 million. These are times NFL players lost control. First, a player got so out of control, the police got involved. Cause after this game where the Raiders had a chance to upset the Chiefs and lost. At first, Davante Adams just slammed his helmet in disgust. But then he really lost control as he was walking into the locker room.
Frustration from Adams and whoa.
Now, pushing a grown man over is out of control for anybody. But even though Davante did instantly tweet an apology.
Sarge got pushed over after the game. I was very frustrated at the way the game ended. And when he ran in front of me because I actually did the interaction. I thought, that's not
the man he pushed still filed a police report claiming he suffered whiplash, headaches.
Alright, bro, come on, man. We can't just be lying now, bro. Like, ain't no way you suffered a headache. Realistic,
still
right?
filed a police
whiplash
report claiming he suffered whiplash, headaches, and possibly a concussion from that. The Kansas City Police Department actually charged Davante with a misdemeanor. But a player becoming a criminal is nothing like when Myles Garrett lost control, and it lost him over $1 million. Because at the end of a rivalry matchup, cameras caught Myles fighting with Mason Rudolph when the unthinkable happened.
Well, he tackled Rudolph. Rudolph didn't like the way that he was tackled. Oh, gosh! Man.
I ain't gonna lie, I remember this. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, credit to the O-lineman, bro.
Rudolph didn't like the way that he was tackled. Oh, gosh! Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
Nobody ever saw a player use a helmet as a weapon, so the story wasn't just talked about everywhere for weeks, and got Myles fined $45,000. The NFL eventually suspended him without pay for 6 games, which lost him another $1.1 million worth of checks he would have been paid. Damn,
man. Like, I just thought it wasn't even that deep to be hitting people with helmets, bro.
Losing over $1 million because of one bad decision is out of control. But what another player did over 10 times got compared to a famous movie. The Jets were getting their backs absolutely blown out 37-20, which had one of their players, Michael Clemens, pissed.
That's
so
not even that bad,
he decided to walk down the sidelines, pointing out Browns fans and saying just 2 words to all of them. And saying "f you" to every fan, of course, got him clowned all over Twitter. Him losing control also got compared to a scene from a movie.
You,
yeah, bro.
You, I'm out.
But another legend lost control, then turned the NFL into the WWE. See, Rob Gronkowski was being held by a Bills player so much during a play that it eventually led to a turnover. And refs letting it slide pissed Gronk off so much, he whipped out a WWE move from The Rock.
Will there be a flag? His ball's intercepted. No flags.
You people's elbowed him.
Go pull up that play. He pulled me 3 times. And then also,
that is a PI though. I'm gonna keep it smooth.
I get my incentives as well. So he screwed me. I had to get like 300 more yards. And every time I was a little bit physical, they were throwing the flag on me. I was like, how? I just got held 50 times this game. Now you're gonna throw the flag on me? Finally, I lost it. People's elbow, baby.
But getting that physical reminds me of the other time Gronk lost control, which turned him into a troll. This time, Sergio Brown was Gronk's opponent that was battling with him and talking shit. Doing that was cool for a while until it eventually made Gronk snap.
This happens a lot more than I think, though. I know, especially in high school, like. Something like this will happen every day, I ain't gonna lie.
And Gronk didn't just completely humiliate the dude, he controlled him after. But speaking of the club, Tom Brady lost control in a completely different way when he drank way too much liquor. Because right after Brady led the Buccaneers to a Super Bowl win, the celebrations began on the field, in the locker room. And not long after, they decided to have their championship parade on boats. And that didn't just look fun to me. Brady was turning up with teammates, celebrating so much that cameras caught him being so drunk he needed to be escorted out. But as funny as that was, the only thing people could really talk about was how Brady completely lost control of his liquor and risked losing the Super Bowl trophy.
Oh, he's wilding. I ain't like he's wilding. I mean, it's Tom Brady, though. He got good arm on him.
Drunk or not, I can see Brady making that pass. But I can't relate to this next player lose control so badly he threatened to kill somebody. Another player who's on field controversy lost him $40 million and so much more. But before we get to those moments, I just need to get something off my chest. Market. Tab. Even Philly big payout. Things go on. Cash out. The game. They take a raw $10 down your free. Control so badly he threatened to kill somebody. Until late in a game between the Steelers and Redskins, D'Angelo Hall got into it with a player that tossed him to the ground, so he instantly started bitching at the ref for not throwing a flag. He threatened to kill somebody. Until late in a game between the Steelers and Redskins, D'Angelo Hall got into it with a player that tossed him to the ground, so he instantly started bitching at the ref for not throwing a flag.
Boy, this is going to cost you. D'Angelo Hall has had issues like this, and to continue to go after it.
Number 23 unsportsmanlike. And number 23 has been.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was my 15, bro. This isn't me fighting over.
Losing his control like that didn't just get D'Angelo ejected from the game and eventually fined. A ref told the NFL that during the heated moment, D'Angelo actually threatened to have him killed.
Hold on.
To go after.
The ref Hall got into it with a player that tossed him to the ground, so he instantly started bitching at the ref for not throwing a flag.
Boy, this is going to cost you. D'Angelo Hall has had issues like this, and to continue to go after it.
Number 23 unsportsmanlike. And number 23 has been.
Now, losing his control like that didn't just get D'Angelo ejected from the game and eventually fined. A ref told the NFL that during the heated moment, D'Angelo actually threatened to have him killed. But alright. A player threatening someone is not like a player losing control over a crazy diamond chain. Now, I'm not talking about Justin Jefferson when his chain broke. Then he stuffed his diamonds by his family jewels. Or my little Field Flicks chain I recently got, which I can't upgrade until all of you subscribe. I'm talking about Jackson Dart, who's been wearing this heart-shaped diamond chain he stole from his sister.
My little sister had it. It was hers. It was before our bowl game, and as I was leaving the house, just saw it in her room, and I was like, you know what, I kind of like it. So put it on. It's kind of a good luck for me.
That shit is kind of hard, though. Keep it real.
Now, it might have been good luck for him for a while, but when he wore it during a game against the Vikings where he threw an interception, constantly got sacked, and not only finished with just 33 passing yards for the worst game of his career, one tackle on him broke his chain, which only added to how bad of a day he was already having, so dude got even more pissed and whipped it off the field. He's just lucky that didn't hit someone, otherwise things would have gotten crazy expensive, like when DK Metcalf lost control and it lost him a guaranteed $40 million.
I've seen this on TV. I think it was like Christmas or Thanksgiving, one or two. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I did not know it was $40 million, bro. I thought it was like, because they said he had got suspended, but then when I was on my phone, it said something like $355K or something like that. And he was like suspended, but I didn't know about him 40 million.
Metcalf, someone in the stands. Oh my gosh.
That insane altercation instantly got DK suspended 2 games and became the most talked about thing in sports. He was fined over $500,000, and it didn't just lose him over $40 million in guaranteed money. Being away from the team during a crucial playoff push ruined their hopes of a great season. Which is kind of the opposite of when Odell Beckham lost control. Then it turned into some of the funniest memes of his entire career. Man's got absolutely shut down in a matchup and barely caught any passes. So even though Odell was on the sidelines, clearly pissed while screaming, even kicking things, nobody expected what happened next.
Week 3 against Washington, Odell Beckham Jr. took out his frustration.
Cause dude went from acting hard to almost looking like Jake Paul Odell losing control got turned into memes, like one of the net being interviewed where it said, "Yeah, I hit him. Mama didn't raise no bitch." Part of me thinks that moment ruined Odell's whole career, cause he hasn't been the same since. And speaking of moments on the sidelines, Tom Brady lost control over there, and it had him apologizing to the public. Cause even though he's gotten pissed and smashed tablets on the sidelines in the past, during another game, his teammate dropped a crucial pass, which not only made Brady start screaming, he went crazy.
Brady.
Bro, it's the third quarter, y'all down by 3, bro. Why are y'all so mad?
Yeah, you get the idea. And that is some heat on the tablet.
Come on, bro.
Great win to get to 2-0. And sorry for breaking that tablet. I think that's going to be
And they won, bro. So he just broke a tablet for nothing.
another Twitter meme or something like that.
Now at least he only hurt the tablet, because another player who lost control with one hurt himself. See, when Johnny was scrambling around to find an open receiver, he not only made a stupid decision and threw an interception, he apparently felt the need to punish himself.
Damn, Fran.
Definitely would have been a crazy iPad kid. But the next player didn't just lose control, he started beefing with a reporter. The Cardinals were getting smacked at home, right in front of their own fans. So there was definitely nothing to be happy about. That's why when their quarterback Derek Anderson was caught smiling and laughing on the sidelines, everyone wondered, what the hell is so funny?
I know, this happens all the time, bro. Like, there's people, like, I've seen it plenty of times, like, teams will be losing and then people will be on the sideline happy, bro. Like, it's not nothing new.
Funny when you're down 18 points in the fourth quarter.
It wasn't funny. I wasn't laughing about anything.
The camera showed you.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Comment about it.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I take this serious.
I'm not.
Real serious. I put my heart and soul into this every single week.
All I'm saying is the camera showed.
I'm just telling you right now what I do every single.
But I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of like, I kind of see where he's coming from, though. Because it's like, you gotta realize, bro, these are still human beings, though, right at the end of the day. So, like, they gonna show emotions, bro. Like, just because I'm losing, I mean, I'm not still a happy person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what he was laughing about.
Every single week, I put my freaking heart and soul into this. I study my off. I don't go out there and laugh. It's not funny. Nothing's funny to me. I don't want to go out there and get embarrassed on Monday Night Football in front of everybody.
That's why I'm asking you, what was the context?
I'm done.
But players aren't always mad. Jalen Ramsey lost control of his emotions when he got sad. It was 2016, and Jalen Ramsey was playing like the best cornerback in the world, but despite that, when his squad came into a game after losing 4 straight, and were about to lose again, Ramsey was so frustrated that he couldn't control his emotions.
That's a guy that's playing really.
Ramsey was so frustrated that he couldn't control his emotions.
That's a guy that's playing really well during a 5
I didn't say I can't keep doing this shit.
game losing streak, and that's hard to handle.
I could definitely relate to getting upset after constantly losing, but I can't relate to being a Panthers fan. And when one of their players lost control,
I mean, I was lucky normal, though. I ain't gonna lie. People cried.
it lost his team the game. With just 20 seconds left, the Panthers threw a Hail Mary for what they thought was a walk-off touchdown. And here's where DJ Moore got so hyped about the catch that he lost control of his emotions and ripped his helmet off to celebrate. But since taking his helmet off was considered unsportsmanlike conduct and now got his squad flagged for a 15-yard penalty, their opponents chose to enforce that on the extra point attempt.
I'm gonna keep it a bean, though. I feel like that's kind of like messed up, though, a little bit. Like, I'll score a game-winning touchdown, I can't take my helmet off. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I still feel like you shouldn't take it off, though. Like, he could have just, because, I mean, my coach used to always tell us, like, we score, what's the sideline? You know what I'm saying? Score, let's sit on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? But
8-yard extra point attempt by Pinheiro is no good.
Wow, so what should have been a short game winner turned into a miss that sent the game to overtime, where of course, the Panthers eventually lost. Dude really jinxed everything, which is the opposite of Caleb Williams winning
he was hyped, though. I don't really blame him.
a game, then
Especially if you losing a lot, you get a game-winning touchdown on 2 people, like, I'd be kind of happy to run a lot.
clowning an entire fan base. Caleb has seen Packers fans constantly clowning him because he paints his nails like a girl, uses a pink bedazzled phone case, and plays like it's against them.
I gotta stop being parasocial, bro. These 2 are people grown men at the same time, bro. They want to go do what they do, bro. That really doesn't do with y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Usually, because during a recent game, he played like God and not only led his team through a comeback until he stunned the Packers with a walk-off touchdown.
Launching downfield, going for it all!
That's lucky or 2 because
walk-off
and he put his
touchdown.
hands in his hand one.
Launching downfield, going for it all! A-plus throw.
That's the floor. I ain't gonna lie.
He didn't just troll them by celebrating right in their faces after. Since Caleb knew Packers fans and players always wear their iconic cheesehead hats and looked cringe doing it, Caleb mocked them by doing community work right after shredding the Packers while wearing a giant cheese grater hat. But he's not as funny as what a reporter did to make an NFL player go berserk. It's all because Jim Everett was a quarterback who was known as a softie and always avoid being hit. So plays like that had an interview
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, bro. Like that CTE stuff.
disrespecting his name by purposely calling him Chris Everett, aka a female tennis player.
Stand by the smack. I've called him Chris on the show before he got here, and I'm going to call him Chris to his face.
And that dude wasn't just capping for the camera. Because when Jim came on the reporter show, all hell broke loose.
Chris Everett, good to have you on the show.
You know what? You've been calling me that for about the last 5 years. But if you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time,
I already did it twice.
You better call it one more time. We better take a station break.
Chris?
I ain't gonna lie, he look you still on business though.
But somehow doing that didn't get him completely kicked out of the NFL, like Antonio Brown when he lost control.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was just really pray for Antonio Brown, man. Cause I know he got a charge too, like body. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think CTE got to him, bro. Cause ever since that time he left Tampa Bay, bro, that game, telling you that Antonio when he got hit by I think Perfect, I think his name was on the Bengals, he ain't never been the same since, bro. Damn.
This isn't surprising, because over the years, the world has seen this crazy dude completely lose his mind. Whether it was going crazy on Instagram Live in front of the police,
bag it for the. Hey, Chubbs, they got a bag it.
Or acting insane during interviews.
Well, always need football, because it bring out the best of yourself.
AB has even gotten pissed during games and flipped Gatorade jugs on the sidelines. But the final time he lost control, he did something no NFL player has ever done.
That's Antonio Brown without his uniform, we are told, without his jersey, and running out of the field.
What happened to Antonio Brown? Did he quit? I've never seen a guy leave the field like that, and is this the last strike for him?
He is no longer a Buck.
And his coach wasn't lying, because he was immediately released from the team. No organization ever wanted him after that. And that game against the Jets was the last NFL game he will ever play. But this next player honestly might end up like him.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've seen this. So I'm an Eagles fan in the first game. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like he low-key got antagonized, bro. Because if you watch this,
he lost control and got himself kicked out of a game.
He walks.
But I ain't gonna lie, Jalen Carter, aka JC. He do be doing some crazy stuff, though. I ain't gonna lie. But I hope one day I can meet him, man. Make a video with him. I'm a defense tackle. Used to be a defense tackle in high school. That's really been one of my dreams. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
In front of Dak Prescott. Did he spit? Did he spit on him? Whoa!
Man's a spitter. But when another...
Bro, we still in that game, though. But if you watch that, if you go watch that, Dak Prescott spit on the ground towards him, bro.
Player lost control, he accidentally gave himself head. This kicker, Dan Carpenter, stepped up to hit an easy extra point.
Carpenter, he misses it.
Now, since that was Dude's league leading 6 minutes extra point.
After the extra point try. He was playing to win. Ooh, that's a direct hit on the schnoz there.
Look at his face in the back.
He was playing to win. Ooh, that's a direct hit on the schnoz.
Look at this guy right here.
There.
I don't even know what to say, man. Except when another player lost control, it sent a fan home with a souvenir. Because after the Jets threw a ball way out of bounds, and refs threw a flag in the Chiefs for a ridiculous holding call, Marcus Peters was so pissed, he couldn't control his emotions.
Peters just hoisted.
And refs threw a flag home with a souvenir. Because after the Jets threw a ball way out of bounds, and refs threw a flag in the Chiefs for a ridiculous holding call, Marcus Peters was so pissed, he couldn't control his emotions.
Peters just hoisted the flag. On this play against the Chiefs. He took the flag.
That fan is just lucky he got a flag, then got to go home. Because another player who lost control and could have made someone go blind. Just keep your eyes on the ball during this touchdown catch. was so hyped, he spiked it right into a poor old man's face, which smashed his glasses and sent them flying right off his head. They're both lucky a piece of metal or glass didn't go right in his eyes and make him go blind, but that was clearly an accident. Another player purposely loses control for a crazy pregame ritual instead of getting hyped for games with some music like other players. His 6'7" monster John Henderson would force his trainer to slap his cheeks.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe! Ah!
Oh, yeah, bro. We gotta watch this guy, bro.
I'll just stick to energy drinks to get me pumped up.
Yeah,
Players losing control with trainers. Other players, refs, or fans is one thing. Earl Thomas lost control towards his coach, and it ruined his whole future. It's all because Earl was arguably the best safety in the entire NFL at the time, and felt he deserved a massive contract extension immediately. So, to try guaranteeing it, he held himself out of training camp, and even threatened to not show up to games that season unless he was paid. Now, of course that had his coach Pete Carroll pissed, since it would hurt the team. And rumors came out that the coach and front office refused to talk with Earl about a contract extension. So when that caused contract negotiations to fail, and Earl was set to lose $500,000
$500K a week though
per game that he missed, he decided to play just to show other teams how good he was in hopes that they would offer him a huge contract. But during
I would do the same thing, I ain't gonna lie. I'll just go out there and just make how much myself.
The fourth game of the season, Earl was covering a player when his nightmare came true. He went down with a serious leg injury. His doctors, players, and especially his coach huddled around him. All Earl could think about was how he decided to help his squad, and it ended with an injury that could make teams not want to offer him a contract at all. So when he was finally being carted off, all that built-up emotion made him lose control.
I think my time just ran out. You know, Pete and the front office, they didn't value me, I guess, like they used to. And
I mess with that though, bro, because it's about knowing your worth at the end of the day too, bro. If you know you're going out there making plays and you ain't getting enough, bro, it is what it is, bro. I feel that, though.
Coach Carroll, he was saying how he was trying to get me in plans of getting a new contract, but I got hurt the next week, and I think I hurt myself too, you know, by my actions.
But yeah, that is true, though. I feel like you should stay humble too.
Caught off the field.
What do you mean by that?
I gave Pete, you know, the middle finger, because I felt like he wasn't being honest.
What was going through your mind when they were carting you off the field and you were hurt?
I was basically talking to Pete, because I knew what happened, because I've been through it before. I knew it was broke. Like when Pete came trying to like act like he, you know, concerned, I was like, you want
not lie, that's like more than just money though. I feel like he just didn't feel wanted in general, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I could kind of tell, like you could hear it in his voice, bro. It's not just about football, bro. It's just like he felt like he was being used. I feel like,
you know.
Man, you gotta feel for Earl, because instead of becoming the highest paid safety like some other players, Earl breaking his leg, on top of his beef with the coach, ended up scaring teams away from giving him that much money, and pretty much eventually forced him to sign a cheaper deal with the Ravens.
Alright, well.
This isn't just...
That's the end of that video, man. Hope you have a great day. More videos today, man. Love y'all.